Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we are talking about WhatsApp because their new privacy policy sucks and they are losing millions of users primarily to Telegram and Signal. And so I'm asking the question, which one is better? Now, for some background, if you didn't know, Facebook owns WhatsApp, so you know where we're going with this. WhatsApp has always been touted as essentially the private messaging platform, but since Facebook bought them in 2014, they've slowly been chipping away at essentially the privacy that was baked into WhatsApp to the point where WhatsApp's founders basically left in disgust. Now, in 2019, I did a video on Facebook integrating an artificial intelligence into WhatsApp that could essentially read everything you send and receive. That's obviously a massive violation of privacy, something WhatsApp basically claims to have. Now, the video that I did on that has had a resurgence of viewers, and I've been getting comments and basically other messages on that video. And so that is all thanks to Facebook essentially taking away privacy, which nobody is really a fan of once they know about it. So Facebook's essentially data mining heavy policies are now being foisted on WhatsApp. Essentially, WhatsApp has told its 2 billion users worldwide that they must allow essentially the app to share data with Facebook if they wish to continue using it. And so, needless to say, and by virtue of this, users are flocking to hopefully more secure platforms. Here are the numbers, and they keep growing. And we'll start with Signal first. Now, according to data analytics from Sensor Tower, Signal was downloaded 246,000 times the week before WhatsApp announced this change on the 4th of January. And the week after, they had 8.8 million downloads. That's a massive, massive increase. This includes big surges in India that has 400 million WhatsApp users. Downloads went from 12,000 to 2.7 million and continue to climb. The United Kingdom went from 7,400 to 191,000. And in the US, we went from 63,000 to over 1.1 million. Now, in a series of tweets, Signal said, and some people are actually reporting issues creating groups and delays to verification codes because of their rapid expansion, and they were obviously looking to expand as fast as they possibly could. Now, that said, Telegram, the other app people are flocking to, is exploding as well. They're proving even more popular right now, with downloads going from 6.5 million for the week before to over 11 million in the following week. The UK went from 47,000 to 101. In the US, they went from 272 to 671,000. But basically, during that same period, WhatsApp's downloaded shrank from 11.3 million to 9.2, meaning even though they're taking a chunk out of WhatsApp, people still haven't gotten the memo yet that they are insecure or they simply don't care. Nevertheless, those of us that are tech savvy and wise are getting the heck out of Dodge and moving to Telegram or WhatsApp. And so the question then becomes, which one is more secure? And I think there's a lot of different categories here, and I can't take credit for this because LHN had a great breakdown of this, and so I'm basically cribbing this from them. But if we look at this, and we can start with end-to-end encryption, which is one of the most important aspects of a secure messaging app, we can look at Telegram that offers optional end-to-end encryption, but it's not active by default. The app uses the MT Proto encryption protocol based on 256 symmetric AES encryption, 2048 RSA, and Diffie-Hellman key exchanges. Signal, basically they have a protocol they call the Text Secure Protocol, uses AES 56, Curve 25519, and SHA 256 as primitives, and then also combines a double ratchet algorithm pre-keys and extended triple Diffie-Hellman handshake as well. People consider Signal more secure in that way, but either way, you're getting excellent end-to-end encryption on that. Moving on, let's talk about the data backups. How are they backing up your data, and is it secure? Now, Telegram states that they have cloud backups to their own servers. These servers also store decryption keys. The backup, however, does not apply to secret chats. The local database can be optionally encrypted via a passphrase. Again, optionally, so you have to make sure you enable that. Now, Signal is using a local backup only with SQL Cipher or SQL Cipher. The SQLite database also stores the decryption keys as well. In the case of non-encrypted cloud backups, which is optional, Signal removes users' messages from the backup by default. So what you are sending back and forth, Signal will not back up, obviously trying to keep you private. On the data retention side, Telegram says that data retained from Telegram's own servers in, quote, heavily encrypted form, basically for an undefined period of time. Signal says no explicit data retention on its servers besides technical information necessary to operate the services. Besides, it may temporarily store end-to-end encrypted messages on its servers if undelivered, meaning you're sending to a Signal user from your Signal, it may sit there in waiting mode queued up until the person comes back online and the message is delivered, and then apparently it's gone. The advertising policy is a little bit different for both. So Telegram says that they have no data use for ad targeting, but Telegram is planning on launching their own advertising platform soon, and Signal flat out says no ads, period, none. So with that, let's talk about company access to user data. Telegram collects your user ID, your contact information, and users' contacts, basically their numbers. Signal collects and stores users' own number, also accesses users' contacts to detect Signal users by matching the hashed version. So if you have Signal, you can basically allow it to go ahead and look through your contacts in your phone to see if anybody is essentially part of Signal and then start making connections for you. That is something that is optional. You do not have to do that, and Signal won't if you don't. I know that from personal experience. So on top of that wonderful breakdown from LHN, both Telegram and Signal have also had their data vulnerabilities in the past, and I'm just going to talk about the most recent one. Signal has had one in the past as well. That was basically allowing the randomization for group chat to be deciphered, and so people could enter a group chat so it wasn't fully encrypted. Signal has since fixed that, but the last vulnerability that I could find that was major came from Telegram in June of 2020 was the reporting where they exposed millions of users' data due to an exposed database that got dumped onto the dark web. Now, around that time, Russia, the country of Russia, also lifted their ban on Telegram. Basically, Russia had been repeatedly asking Telegram to give them access into their systems via a weakened encryption. Apparently, Telegram was very popular among Russians, and the government wanted to know what was going on. Telegram was publicly refusing to do that, and so Russia started blocking them per a Russian court order in April of 2018, and in June of 2020, that court order was lifted. That led some to speculate that maybe Russia found a way around it, the government found a way around it, or Telegram acquiesced. There is zero proof of that. I want to make that clear. And so the question becomes, which one of these two are more secure, Telegram or Signal? It seems like if you're sending end-to-end, both of them have excellent encryption. I don't think you're going to go wrong either way. I personally prefer and use Signal in my life, but I don't think there's anything wrong with Telegram. So in that sense, I'm going to leave it up to you. Which do you prefer? You have all the information. You can make an informed decision. And for the record, when you're using one of these, so for example, when I'm using Signal, people that don't have Signal that send me a text message, I can still get it in Signal and it will act as a normal text messaging function for me as well. So I don't have to have one app for secure messaging and another app for texting. Signal can do it all, as I'm sure Telegram can as well. I have a little less experience with Telegram, even though I do have Telegram as well. So there you go. You let me know what you think, but those are the complete breakdowns, and you should get off WhatsApp. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP, and please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks, everyone.